Hello again. So, last video I put this on. I'm recording this directly after, so nothing really changed. But last video I taught y'all how to do this, the veil. Now I'm going to teach you how to take it off without ripping out your hair, and then also teach you another way of doing this with a lighter or a heavier, depending on which ones I use. But Hellenic polytheism. If you didn't see my last video, I recommend you go look at it. It's the first video, oldest video on my page. By the way, that was my first video. I've never recorded a video on YouTube for YouTube with my face in it, with me talking in it ever. So that's so fun. But okay. So to start, if depending on what type of knot you decided to do, if you saw my last video, I recommend watching that first if you haven't watched this one yet, unless you do it the same way as me. But if you just check that out real quick, skip to the part where I started, I'll put a timestamp in the comments of it or whatever. But you're depending on what tie you did, you're just gonna undo it. Have a friend help you, have a friend not help you, do it yourself. It doesn't really matter. But if you want to do it easily to where it doesn't hurt your hair, you undo all the steps. You untie, veil, or unveil, I don't know, like a veil like a bride, not like a, no. But, and then you just kind of undo. Easy. Your hair might look a little crazy afterwards, that's okay, you can just comb your fingers through it or something. So same general rules as last time. You want to have 3 clips if you don't have a friend, or you can just do it how you want to. But same rules. I'm just gonna speed this up so you don't have to go through all that again, because it could have been traumatizing for some. Mm-mm. I missed a step. Awesome. So now you have that part done. Tie it, whatever, right? Um, For this one, I like to make sure it's covering my ears because we're doing for the cold, obviously. Now, So I like to make sure it's covering my ears, and then I just tie it like I normally would. This particular one is kind of light, but you can do this with anyone. Not anyone, any like veil you're using. Whether it's light or heavy or whatever. But did I just okay, I messed that tie up. Hold on. Bear with me here. We bear bears. Okay. I did it. Yay. So you tie it as tight or as loose as you want to. I like to keep it a little loose just because I have it tied up here. It's already a little bit restricting for me, but I just kind of tuck in, tuck in, and then tuck in, and then tighten more a little bit. And I just kind of tuck the little strays. You can like wear whatever you want over this beanie, hoodie, whatever. It doesn't have to be pretty, but especially for the cold, um, I'm gonna cut this part out while I go get the. Okay. This one doesn't really match well with this, but this is just for demonstration. So this one, you're gonna want these. If you're gonna wear a hoodie over, I recommend having them around here, like over your neck after tying it. Just because if you're wearing a hoodie over it, then it doesn't really matter. But just for more, so it doesn't like untie if you're like moving around a lot or something. Me personally, I like to fold this one just because this one's a little bit thick. But and then you just put it on like a normal scarf. I don't know how to put on scarves. This is just how I do it. Bear with me. So you go like that, and whichever one's shorter, what I like to do is I like to just kind of tuck it under the neck area. That way it's just one, as you can see, just one. And then obviously this would go over a hoodie or a sweater or whatever to hide this if you want to hide it, or you can tuck it under your shirt, which I'll do now just to demonstrate tucking it under your shirt. If I can. Probably not with such a thin shirt like this. Maybe like a thicker one, like something with a, like this one. Oh, like this one. Something that's not so thin. But it's tucked, I can't, okay. But this is generally what it should look like. You can like fix the hair, add a beanie, whatever, for like your needs and preferences, depending on how long your hair is, how short your hair is, whatever. Whatever you need to do, you don't need to do it the same way as me. This is just how I do it. I'm just showing you how I do it. If you have the same length hair as me, then there you go. You got a new way to do your veil. But yeah, also, when I want to feel pretty, what I like to do is I like to take both sides around, just like a little ponytail. But yeah, that's basically it. This one's a little bit shorter. If you hold on, if you want any more like veiling, styling, clothes, tips, whatever, comment, whatever. I'm gonna stop saying whatever. If you want any more tips for veiling, I will help you out as much as I can in the comments. Same with styling them or I don't know why the camera's shaking so much. I'm so sorry. But like just basically anything related to veils, what type of veils you want. Um, this also works as a veil, especially if you want it in like the cold to keep yourself a little bit warmer. Um, I like to do it just this, like that, and just kind of have this draping over. Um, it kind of makes me look like a grandma, but I just pull that over as much as I need it to. I'll have a sweater over it, whatever. So that's another way to style it, to style the veil in the cold. In winter, I know it's like almost summer, but just for future reference, or if you're living somewhere where it's like cold 100% of the time, there you go. But yeah, just some quick recommendations. I don't know where my grandma got these from, but this one has a tag. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's at one of these ends. It infuriates me because it like touches me. I don't like it. Where is it? I don't know where it is, but I recommend. I'm not sure how expensive these are. They're pretty old. My grandma had them, so but even just a scarf, like this type of scarf, or even like a table runner, like you know the cloths that go over the long dining tables when you have company over, those, even that would work. Just make sure it's clean, because I couldn't imagine wearing something on my head that has food spilled on it. But yeah, that's basically it. Um, you can use. I'll grab all my veils for you. By all I mean By all I mean I have about 2.5 hangers full. So these are two. This is where the two that I used in my other um, demonstration video go. One goes here, one goes here, or you can put them close together and you can have a bunch. But there's this one, but like basically anything like this, like it doesn't even have to have a pattern, it can just be blank. But I like the ones with patterns, and also they're the only ones I have. But if you want to be fancy, you can have ones with patterns, or you could have ones that are like main colors to go with your outfit, whatever. Or you can even make some if you crochet. You can make ones like this, crochet, knitting, whatever. You can make your own. But like it's honestly like probably my favorite part. I didn't make any of these, but I plan to because I have a lot of cloth. But I do recommend ones with cute designs. They're really cute on your head. Just make sure you get ones that match with outfits that you want to wear in the future. Like, I think this is my least favorite. This is the most table runner like one. It has like weird textures on the designs and stuff. So it was definitely made for tables. But let me pull it out and show you. That's what she said. I'm sorry. So, this is probably my favorite one design wise, least favorite texture wise. The top part isn't like, some of the bits are like fuzzy, some of the bits are like the little outlines. I don't know if you can see, but like the little outlines, like right here, those are like scratchy almost. And then this under it is actually pretty soft. considering the texture on the top. But also this part is like silky. But ones like these are cute if you have like dark academia type outfits. Um, wow, that looks like a hijab. I'm sorry. But you can also style veils like this if you want. But there's a lot of different ways you can explore, find tutorials. Even like hijabi tutorials can help a lot if you're trying to do the cold. Like outfits for the cold with a veil on. You don't need to be a hijabi to wear head coverings. You don't need to be Christian to wear head coverings. You don't need to be Hellenistic, Hellenist, pagan, Hellenistic, polytheist, any of that. You don't need to be a certain religion to wear a head covering or body covering, whatever. If you just want the modesty, go for it. If you just like how it looks, go for it. As long as you're not being disrespectful, nobody cares. And if they do, ignore them. They don't get to choose what you do. Anyways, this is probably my I already said that, but that's my favorite design wise. Texture wise, I know you can't feel it, but this one, I really like these bits at the end. They're like stringy and soft at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. And the rest of it is just like silk. And this one's kind of not the best texture wise, but it is soft. Like, I don't like the little bumps, but it is soft, if that means anything. So if you do crochet, but you don't like feeling like the bumpy bits on your skin, I do not recommend that. Also, if you don't want your hair to get messed up too bad, I don't recommend crocheted ones or knitted ones. Or not knitted, or I think you know what I mean. If you don't want your hair to get messed up too badly, I do recommend the silk-like texture ones, like these ones that I have. The ones that are like, this one's not as see-through actually, but you get what I mean. The ones that are like very thin, see-through-ish. Yeah, that's basically it. This was way longer than I thought it was gonna be. I'm sorry. Goodbye.